Whoopsie, sorry, Nolan.
Welcome in, race fans. This is Jason from the booth here at First Gear Network, bringing you live coverage of the Gen 4 Cup Series from First Gear Racing. This is round number 7 of the season here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Excuse me. We've got a field so far of 16 cars registered for tonight's race, with still some time to spare as we're more than halfway through practice. We've got about 17 minutes left of practice before we get into qualifying tonight. We are set for 200 laps of racing here tonight in these Gen 4 Cup cars, and pretty good paint schemes out there on track. Most of them have been recognizable through the season, a lot of the same paint schemes, but we've got a few new ones. So, good to see everybody out tonight. Shout out to Paul there in chat. Got into the stream before I did. Good to have you here, Paul. While we're waiting for things to happen here, we will bring up the race info for tonight's race. Again, this is round 7 at New Hampshire. Right now we're looking at a 70-degree temperature outside with 40% humidity, clear skies, and a 12-mile-an-hour wind. Track temp is showing at 84 degrees, so that sunshine beating down on the track is kind of a little warm, but not too bad. We've seen plenty worse, being that it's fall in New Hampshire. We're definitely seeing a little bit cooler temps, which is nice. We're definitely, with these cars, how much power they have, still a lack of grip out of corner exit. We're going to see a lot of spins out of turn 2 and turn 4, but it seems like turn 2's been the troublemaker so far in practice this evening. Let's go ahead and get our standings up here for practice. So far on the left-hand side, you can see Nate Brooker in the 230 car has put down the fastest lap so far in this session. Kyle Heath in second, Todd Smith third, Andrew Groves fourth, Joseph Klein fifth, Daniel Butler sixth, Jesse Cottrell in seventh, Nolan Milnes in eighth, George Buck in ninth, Taylor Curtin in 10th, Tim Felker 11th, Trevor Benz 12th, Mark Owlett in 13th, Edwin James in 14th, Wes Pauley in 15th, and Ivan Deschamps has registered the 16th fastest lap. All 16 cars that are registered so far for tonight's race have gotten on track. And again, we've got these guys trying to figure out how to get that grip on corner exit. Tonight could be a very slippery night for a lot of drivers just with how much power these cars have out of corner. Corner entry doesn't seem as bad. Seeing a lot of cars trying different angles. This is a multi-groove track. There's plenty of room to attempt to either run lower on the very low line in New Hampshire. Basically has almost no banking at all, and then second and third lanes a little bit more, and the third and then the fourth and fifth up by the wall a little bit more banking. So different attack, different centers, and then trying to get the car straight off our exit so we can put the power down and drag race down these long straightaways here. Far along, there's Todd Smith in the 66. Ooh, squirrely. Right in front of him, Tim Felker, who boldly typed his name in the SDK database, so he gets all bold letters. Special for Tim. That 12 Jeremy Mayfield throwback. Let's see, and who's right behind them? Is that Wes Pauley? Yep, 02 of Wes Pauley. Black Rifle Coffee Company, 02. There's the 4 spinning off the track there. Taylor Curtin getting loose off of turn 2. Just caught the back end of that. Good to catch up with the 80 of Mark Owlett. It's a Canadian Tire paint scheme. And in the Chevy tonight. Good choice, Mark. Finally good to see you out of that Ford. Right in front of him, 7 of Ivan Deschamps, Mountain Dew. Right in front of Ivan, you've got Nolan and Andrew. We still set at 16 drivers registered for tonight's race. Coming down to the last 11 minutes of the session.
I'm not going to be that easy, Nolan.
So, Paul, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you in chat. Glad to have you here, rooting on George tonight. Hope you're having a great night, buddy. And the 84 got loose there. They are putting the power down on corner exit. At least to me it seems like turn 4 has been more favorable for the driver so far in practice. Todd Smith, M&M, 66. There's the 230 and Nate Brooker on track. And the yellow Goodwrench Service Plus. Again, fastest lap set on track in this session, held by Nate here. Got Joseph Klein out there in the Lowe's number 14. There's a Jimmy Johnson throwback. Great looking paint scheme. Oh, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Try to do the best I can. Help entertain and enjoy this race with everybody that watches along. I know a lot of the drivers go back and watch it afterwards, so I try to make sure to give it the best I can. I am no professional, that is for sure, but it's enjoyable to do. So I really appreciate the love and support of everybody that watches and cheers me on, and certainly those of you that, like yourself, that get in chat and keep things lively during these races. We really do appreciate it. Let's see, who else is on track we haven't seen much of? Here we go. Trevor Benz in the Bud Light number 33 is back on track. Love that blue paint scheme. DEI themed with the white wheels, though. Just makes it pop. Great job. Right now, Trevor just moved up a spot to 12th on the speed charts. And you can tell he's fighting it. That car is getting sideways on him. And then he tries to not put too much wheel in it, and it gets tight, and then he scrubs the wall just a little bit out of two. But he's trying to find speed tonight. Running that third lane up. Trying to get a good exit down here, and let's see if he gets any faster. That lap was a couple hundred slower. And then we've got anybody else hopping out here. Jesse's out on track. Godfather in the 81. Jesse is our current point leader through the halfway point of the season. Actually, while I have a moment, let's do this. Maybe. There it goes. Let's see if this button still works. Hey, it does. Going to zoom in just a little bit to see if that'll help. And here's our current point standings. Jesse does lead. We do have a drop week during the season, so everybody will get their lowest finish of the season or a missed race will not count towards the standings. So right now, everybody that's had 6 races or 6 starts has 5 races counted. Anybody that's already missed one has all 5 of their races counted, like Nolan here in 4th. So Jesse leads, 33 points over Kyle Heath. Joe Francis in 3rd. Nolan's in 4th, and Joseph Klein rounds out your top 5. Todd Smith, Andrew Groves, Ivan Deschamps, Wes Pauley, and Mark Owlett round out your top 10. So we scroll down, Trevor Benz, Taylor Curtin, Ricky Lake, George Buck, Richard Leckola round out your top 15. You got Daniel Butler, Edwin James, Joshua O'Brien, John Crawford, and Donald Ray round out the top 20. Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. Get that back there. And we'll get that turned off. All right, there we go. There's our buddy Daniel Butler on track. Bringing AOL back to the times like feels like it's 1998 all over again. Seeing AOL and everything in the late 90s and early 2000s. Jump on the gyro cam, ride with Daniel here for a second. You see how wide that track is. There's a lot of room there. It's just about corner exit. You're going to see that it funnels up and gets tight because everybody needs to get up close to the wall to have that straighter exit. So the lower you run on the track, the looser the car can get. It's going to be tight early, and it's going to be hard to really get the drive off until the car gets straight. You can hear him kind of wait to get back into the throttle. Lets it roll up the track. He's going to try to straighten it, let it turn a little bit. Nope, he stays up there. He's going to try to run the top. You hear the tires squealing just a little bit. Edwin James just moved up to P8 on the chart for the 30.146. Saw that out of the corner of my eye there on the chart. All right. So let's go back out to standard. Go to a scenic shot. Got to do a speech here for a moment, and then we'll be right back and at it here in just a moment. So be right back with you guys here in just 1 second.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know what you can do. Who said I did it in my spare time?
All right, back with you here.
You want to know what I did after I won last night?
Was there a cleanup at the sim rig?
Not here. Not here.
All right, let's make sure we get everything back up, ready to go as practice has just got a few minutes left here. Actually, 2 minutes it looks like on the DAP now. All right. Recheck our standings to see if anything else has changed here for practice as we're getting ready to prep for qualifying. Nate Brooker, Kyle Heath, Todd Smith, Andrew Groves, Jesse Cottrell is going to be your top 5.
Man lives on Drury Lane.
Just looking at the lap counters for tonight, our 2 fastest cars have both run 54 laps apiece. Our biggest lap getter for practice looks to be Mark Owlett in the 80, ran 76 laps and counting so far. 77. And then next is going to be Joseph Klein in the 14. He's got 73 laps recorded. So those are your 2 highest practice getters. Tim Felker's pretty close to 67. So don't really get to see a lot of timing and scoring for like longer runs with the software we use, but seeing the lap counters, seeing drivers get out there and put down some pretty decent runs. I know looking right now, Andrew Groves, the 19, his last run was 34 laps. Yep, he had already stopped. So yeah, his last run was 34 laps long. Ivan's at 34 laps on his run. So guys trying to get a little better idea of what these cars are going to do later in these runs is probably super helpful for a night like tonight where, again, 16 cars, decent sized field, not a huge field. But if the cautions stay low, we could see a lot of green flag racing. Could get interesting. All right, as we close up here, practice has completed, and now we are off to qualifying.
You get him.
EA Sports in the game.
There's the 12 in the car, in gear, started rolling, stopped, thinking about it. There's the 80, he's leaving pit road. It's a 7 as well. At the 18 and the 4. Ooh, and the 13. We got a lot of cars leaving pit road here. Looks like the first one to get going, though, down the track is going to be the 80. Mark Owlett out there to set the bar. Set it early and often, he does. Runs that second lane in 3 and 4 on his out lap here, on his warm-up lap. Now he's coming to get the green flag. Right down to that white line. See the 13, the Eagle, doing the same thing, runs a little bit higher in 1 and 2 in that second lane. Just get the car to rotate, got to keep it off the wall. Good job. Here's Mark running that second. Again, the right side tires up in the 3rd lane, then he pushes up out of 4. Tries to get the power down, let's see where he goes. Daniel Butler gets up there. Taylor Curtin. Then there's Kyle Heath to the top. 29.871. Now here's a guy to keep an eye on. Nate Brooker. He put down a mean lap in practice. Can he do it in qualifying? Can he set that bar and put this car on pole? Up in that 4th lane in turns 3 and 4. Gets it to rotate. Squirrely out of the corner, though. That's going to scrub some speed. He's going to lose some time. P3 for Nate Brooker. Kyle Heath goes 29.87 again. Both laps about the same. Todd Smith just went P3. A 30.261. Now Nate Brooker's on his 2nd lap. Can he gain some time here since he scrubbed some speed on that 1st lap? Can he make the 2nd lap count? Out of turn 4. And across the stripe. He does gain 30.218. It's going to put him 3rd again back on the speed charts. And then the 66 Todd Smith 30.021, P2 on the board. Nice lap. Trevor Benz is on his 1st lap right now in that 33 Bud Light Chevrolet. Tries to get the car to rotate in the middle of the corner. It wants to go up so bad. When he gets on the throttle, you can't give it too much or it wants to spin out. Driver straight down here, see what happens. He crosses the line for his 1st lap. P5 for Mr. Benz. 30.289. Now he's going to try to carry a little bit more speed out of turn 2 here. Keep it off the wall. Ooh, it could have got really close there. I think he's okay. Into 3, up into that 3rd line. Try to get the car to rotate. Get back on the gas. Keep it off the wall and across the line. Let's see, does he do anything better this time? Yes! 30.018, Trevor Benz. P2 on the board. Nice lap. The 8 car, Edwin James. Currently P6 on the board with a 30.2. This is his 2nd lap. Let's see if he can find a couple tenths here out of this 2nd lap. What happens here for Mr. James? 30.27. So just a couple hundred slower. Not able to improve on that 2nd lap. So that's going to leave our top 10 spots are set so far. We still have 6 drivers yet to qualify. Watching here, Joseph Klein sitting in the car. There he goes. Now he's rolling. Looks like he's taking it easy getting off track here. Not pushing the car too hard. We're just about to hit the halfway point of qualifying here, so we still have time for the remaining 5 drivers that haven't gotten on track yet to get a lap in. Now Joseph's going to probably get it rolling here out of turn 4. There he goes. All right, into turn 1 he goes. Runs that first lane, gets down to the left side tires into that first lane, trying to really get the car to rotate on that flatter surface. Maybe it helped it turn a little bit. Straight up against the wall down the backstretch, hard on the brakes into turn 3, into that third lane. The car slides a little bit. He stays in that third lane all the way through. Momentum exit out of turn 4, and he's going to cross the stripe. P7, 30.367 on his first lap. He slides it in that second groove, that second line up there in 1 and 2. Trying to carry a little bit more momentum now with the tires warmed up. See what happens here coming into turn 3. Third lane, stays there. Left side's down a little bit lower this time. Drive up off the corner, don't hit the wall, and across the stripe. 30.199, P4 for Mr. Klein. Wes Polly just crossed the stripe to complete his first lap. I'm going to run P12 on his first lap here. It was a 31.130, so definitely... Ooh, man, that car does not look happy. The rear end just sliding out from underneath him out of turn 2. And then we got the 81 Godfather Jesse Cottrell out of turn 4 to complete his first lap. Where's that going to put him on the board? Jesse goes P11. Wes Polly across the line. Stays P13. Yep, he ran about the same lap time the second lap. All right, Jesse's about to go into turn 3 and 4 to complete his second lap as well. Up into the fourth lane, the right side tires go, and then back out of exit of 4, right in that third lane, up to the wall. Ooh, did he scrape it? Does he improve? 30.437, P10 for the Godfather tonight. So right now that leaves us 3 drivers that haven't attempted a lap. George Buck, Andrew Groves, and Nolan Milnes. And Andrew is on the apron right now, getting ready to come out of turn 2 on his out lap to try and attempt his qualifying run. We are down to just under 2.5 minutes left of the session. Way up to the fourth line in 3 and 4 as he tries to gain some momentum off that exit for the start. Cross the stripe. Hard on the brakes. You see the nose, the body transfer that weight when you get on the brakes, and it just nose dives into the track. It's pretty awesome to see that. That's how those cars traveled back in the day. And then you're on the throttle and you see the huge gap between the splitter and the track, and then you get on the brakes and the split, that gap is gone. Down to the bottom lane with the left side tires here on turns 3 and 4. He goes out and across the line. First lap for Andrew Groves. P8, 30.258 for Mr. Andrew. Down the backstretch. Into turn 3, looks like he's trying to run that third line. The car just looks unhappy on entry. Tries to get it to rotate back into the throttle. Andrew's going to cross the stripe to complete his qualifying run. P4, good second lap, 30.163 for Andrew. Really good second lap. So that is going to leave us under a minute to go. George Buck, Nolan Milnes have not run a lap. And that's going to set the grid. So I don't think it'll show it early. Even if I click on it, yeah, it's like new. So we're going to wait for that to load. Great qualifying session. Congrats to the Eagle. Kyle Heath putting it up on pole for tonight's race with a mean lap. It was a really good qualifying lap. We'll have our grid pop here once the session ends. It should load it automatically onto the screen for us, so we can take a look at it. Session's just about to end here. All right, qualifying is complete, and we are on to the race. So here we go. Here's our starting lineup for tonight's race. Kyle Heath, your pole sitter on the front row there. Next to him is Trevor Benz. Row 2 is going to be made up from Todd Smith and Andrew Groves. Row 3, Joseph Klein and Taylor Curtin. Row 4, we're going to have Nate Brooker and Edwin James. Daniel Butler and Ivan Deschamps going to bring out row 5. Jesse Cottrell and Tim Felker make up row 6. Row 7, Mark Owlett and Wes Polly. Row 8, Nolan Mills and George Buck. And that is our starting lineup for this evening's race.
Yeah, Ivan, you get the NARC penalty.
No, there were none listed earlier. There are no penalties tonight. The one driver that was going to have one isn't with us any longer, so we are all good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that's sad.
All right. Field is lined up. I think we're waiting on Daniel Butler, the 18. He always saves fuel by not gridding up right away, so we got to wait on him. Once he's done saving fuel, the field will all be lined up, and we will start our pace laps. There he is. And my track map went away again. Why does this software not like me? Let's try to reopen it. My apologies as I'm trying to get things working here. There we go, and then we will go to our full size on the left-hand side for our standings. Again, 200 laps tonight. 4 sets of tires in the pits, so total of 5 sets with the set they're starting with. 1 fast repair in case these drivers get some heavy damage. Everybody has 1 fast repair to use. A lot of beautiful cars on the track tonight. Love these paint schemes. And now we're going to have 16 drivers to battle for tonight's win at New Hampshire. These drivers get ready to start the race. Let's get ready to call a good one. Pace car drops down on the pit road, waiting for Barney to wave the flag. Green is out. There we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. The 13 and the 33 both get a good start. Into turn 1, Kyle Heath is going to get the edge and take the lead over Trevor Benz. Trevor lines up in second. Behind them, you got 2 wide. Between the 66 and the 19 for third. It looks like the 19 may edge out the 66 down the backstretch and take third place. And looks like the 4, Taylor Curtin's going with them there on the high side. Nope, 66 back underneath him. So that is a battle. You're having a really... Oh no, the 19 gets turned. Oh.
Thought if I went to the left out of everybody's way, I wouldn't get knocked out, but that didn't work.
We have cars just parked on the track.
Yeah, that dude behind me should have lifted before he slammed into me.
I was sliding, going towards the lane on the right, and I took the left and stomped it, hoping that would work. Everybody passing on the right side, and that didn't work out.
Tough start for a few drivers here. Let's go back and take a look.
At my body I'm missing.
I had it saved before that dude hit me.
The 19 loose. Catches it. And then with the slowdown of momentum, the 4 gets just in the back of him. Gets him turned.
Right rear damage there.
Clips the 66.
Yes, I got damage everywhere. I got wheel damage.
Let's see, the
Am I
14
missing
trying
the
to
nose or
edge
anything?
around the 4 there on the high side.
No, you got your nose.
Capacity.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it is. I may get screwed up, but thank you for that. Thanks for looking at it.
Come on by, Ivan.
Oh, the
Nice looking car
O2
there,
just
George.
nowhere to go.
Thank you.
I tried to get down away from him. He was out of sight, and I thought I made it. Dang it.
All right, tough break for a lot of drivers involved in that one. And we've got 3 of them on pit road. Don't know how long they're going to wait there. The O2 is maybe using a fast repair. I can't tell.
Yes, pulling to the right just a hair. Here.
They all speed off pit road here, trying to beat the pace car.
I forgot how to be in line.
Oh, tough break for some of these drivers. Now, just looking over 8's on pit road, just while we're watching that, the 4 car is the only car that has used their fast repair from this incident so far. So Taylor Curtin used his fast repair already. Tough break there. I heard on the radio the 19 said he about had it saved, but the momentum of the 4, you know, not able to let off, not able to back down enough to keep from making contact. You know, definitely cost the 4 there, cost the 19, 66. Just tough break for all those drivers. Just tough break. It's hard racing right off the bat. Tires are slick. They're cold. The track is hot. And now we're getting ready to restart.
Green flag.
Green is out. 13, 33, 66. So Todd gets back up to 3rd with that. Got to keep a spot, it looks like. And looks like
Keep it going, go left.
everybody is still on the...
It's all over the place in the straightaway.
Everybody's still on the lead lap, so... Uh-oh, I'm here trouble.
Cheers, man. Oops.
Let's go back and
Like
take a look.
It's darting everywhere down the straight. This is insane.
Checking up in the middle. Turn 1 and 2. Checking up.
See the 28 and the 84.
I'm getting PTSD.
We're going to go to Nolan's roof cam just to get a better idea of this. It looks like he got into the door, the 28, and then the 28 saw kind of how the 12, sorry I'm going too fast there, but the 12's there as well, so he's trying to avoid him, and then he's coming down, and they're both wanting that second
I'm
line.
gonna give it up. I'm gonna go see how bad it is.
And that gets George out of hand there, and let's see, you got the 7 going to avoid. Uh-oh, here comes the 8. The 4 is sideways, just dirt tracking it. Oh, here's the 19. No. Oh. Last car to try to get by, it looks like. Oh, no, there's the 18s. There's still another car to go by. But, wow. Tough hit.
Oh, you good. Just a little scratch.
So heavy damage cars abound. Right now, just looking at it, I'm assuming maybe we're still waiting on George maybe getting a tow. He has a meatball. Has not used the fast repair yet, so I'm assuming he's waiting on a tow. So the tow's got to time him out first before he can use the fast repair. But that motor is cooked. The 02's still on pit road. The 18's on pit road. And the 66 trying to get some repairs done and not use their fast repairs this early in the race. Knowing there's plenty more carnage to happen, we have seen a lot of cars damaged, and the 19 of Andrew Groves is out of this race. That incident Yeah, I can't click on him anymore. He's gone. So 2 incidents early, and he said that's it for the night. He completed a lap, so he will get 16th place points tonight, but that is a tough break for Andrew, starting up near the front. And 2 incidents in the very first 5 laps of the race. Tough break for Andrew. All right, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to restart. This is going to complete caution number 2. We're going to complete lap number 7. All right, let's see if we can keep it going here a little bit, as we've still got a couple cars on pit road, the 28 and the 02. All right, here we go. Green flag is out. 13 and the 33 get a good jump for both of them. Nate Brooker in 3rd, Jesse Cottrell in 4th, Nolan Mills up to 5th, Joseph Klein in 6th. Ivan Deschamps up to 7th. The 7 car is moving forward. Go to a little bit wider shot here just to kind of show you the field spreading out already. Oh, we see the 7 get super loose there. He saves it though. Good job by the 7. Holding on for dear life out of turn 2. That car was sideways. Now he's down on that lower line trying to have it help rotate the car, but he's got to make sure he's not got too much wheel in it when he gets back in the throttle. We see a side-by-side between the 4 and the 8. This is for 8th position is Taylor Curtin. Trying to make up some lost ground from that earlier contact on lap 1. Used his fast repair early and is trying to get back up through the pack. Alright, looks like everybody's back on track now. George Buck left pit road and got a black flag. Not sure why, so let's go back and take a look. Doesn't look like he's speeding or anything. Let's see, does the right sides touch? Yep, they do. I'm pretty certain that's what it is. Yeah, he just puts him over the line, so he's going to have to pit for a black flag. Up front, Kyle Heath leads. Trevor Benz 2nd. Nate Brooker 3rd. Jesse Cottrell's in 4th. Nolan Mills in 5th, and he's under threat from the 14. Joseph Klein seems to be right there. See if the teammates will battle it out for 5th place or how that'll work. They're staying pretty close together, and then you've got the 4 Taylor Curtin up to 7th. Edwin James in 8th. Daniel Butler got the 7 right on his tail there going into 3. Daniel's in 9th, and Ivan rounds out the top 10. Mark Owlett's in 11th. Todd Smith in 12th. Tim Felker back in 13th. It's about where Jeremy Mayfield used to run. That sounds about right. Tim keeping it authentic with the paint scheme tonight. Just kidding, Tim.
You're dragging your telephone cable, buddy.
Another contract. West Pauley still a heavy front end damage to that
Can you
02.
pick it up from me, please?
He
Yeah,
is it's over a lap down to the leaders, 2 laps down almost. Yeah, he's about to go 2 down. With that heavy damage on the front of that 02, and George Buck is over 5 laps down with that heavy damage in that second caution.
The line you're running, Kyle.
Whatever line you're not.
Solid. Sorry, when I was down there, I didn't think I was going to get in there that far on you.
Y'all get to me or I'll stay on the outside.
Fly by to put West 2 laps down. Getting heavy damage to that Black Rifle Coffee Company. 02. There goes the 33. There's the 230. So your top three showing really good pace here. And then here comes Jesse, the Godfather. He's not too far behind, but there's a slight gap. It's not a lot though. But those front three have just pulled out just a bit from the rest of the field, but from each other. I mean, you've got 1.3 seconds between Kyle and Trevor, and that's growing. And that's only a half a second between Trevor and Nate, so that's a close battle for second and third. Jump on board with Nate here. We'll ride along the roof cam. All right, Paul, you have a good one, buddy. Thanks for participating. Hope you have a great night.
Go low, guys. Good work.
Trouble for West Poly. I'm assuming something happened on the car and he may have either blown a tire or put it in the wall. Go back and watch him after he got passed by the Godfather here. That right front tire. Oh, yeah, hard hit. Heavy damage, but not enough for a meatball flag, so I don't know. It's just the toe knocked out of the right front, or that tire had an issue just with how out of configuration everything is in the front of that car. But I would assume we're going to see him come down for a fast repair now. I assume. Kyle Heath, again, our leader. Looking back from him, you can see that 1.8, 1.9 second gap over Trevor Benz. And then from Trevor's shot, looking back at Nate Brooker in third. Oh, saw a little bit of tap there to the wall for the 33. Trying to get a little bit more. Now, although these cars do get 100% on the fuel tanks, I feel like fuel's not going to be the biggest issue tonight. It's going to be tires, and when these drivers decide to make these green flag pit stops, if we have them, when they decide to make these stops, for tires are going to be necessary. See a battle here between the 4 and the 84. Taylor Curtin and Nolan Mills side by side.
I feel like I'm driving a boat.
Oh, the Ford. Super loose. See if he gets that loose out of 2 this time. Much straightforward that time for the 4. He tries to gather it back in and reel that 84 back in again. Edwin James just right behind him in 8th. See the 4 down there lower out of 2 again, so probably had to catch it getting loose on him. Out of 2, that is such a risky corner. You want to put the power down, you want to get the momentum going, and as soon as you do, it just wants to snap on you, so you got to be really careful on how much throttle you really give it until the wheels get straight. And even then, how much power these cars have, it can still get loose. Haven't seen a lot of it yet so far, but I would assume that it still wants to pick itself up a little bit. Back up front, we see the 02 just got passed by the 13, I believe, or maybe catching him after coming back out pit road. He definitely got that fast repair. And now he's back on track with a clean car. Check back in here, battle for second. It's heating up. Nate Brooker is getting closer. Right along on the roof cam with the 230. Watching forward here, the 33 in front of him, a Trevor Benz. We'll watch this battle for second. See, they're starting to get a little bit closer together, but both running really good lap times, just about 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds behind Kyle.
Give me one back.
See, Wes Polly trying to get a lap back here behind Kyle. He's checking elsewhere. We see a battle brewing for 4th place. Jesse Cottrell has been caught by the 14 of Joseph Klein. They are nose to tail. Does get by the 81. Looks like he kind of took it a little easy when it was time to get back on the throttle. Didn't want to challenge too much and risk their night. So good battle there for position as Joseph Klein takes 4th. Jesse back to 5th. Checking further back, Nolan is still in 6th. He has stretched it out on Taylor by a good bit. Now Taylor's under pressure from the 8 of Edwin James. Now we're seeing this run kind of stretch out. We're seeing Trevor's about 4 seconds back to Kyle now as we're getting a little bit longer in this run. We're seeing the Eagles start to stretch out that lead just a little bit more. About that battle for second. How close is it? That's how close it is. And then the battle for 4th. Again, Joseph got the position, but Jesse's right there still on his tail. So great battles for the top 5 spots here as these guys are battling it out for 2nd and 3rd, and then 4th and 5th. Just gotta stay patient. Gotta know that cars can only do so much. It can only take so much. These tires are gonna start screaming at you. Something came over the radio. Maybe Joseph accidentally hit the button, didn't hear anything over the comms, but currently last car in the lead lap, 13th place at 12 is Tim Felker. Right ahead of him in 12th is Mark Owlett. Oh, caution, caution, caution is out.
Picking up the pace car.
Let's go and check it out.
Good save there, Daniel. A lap or two ago. Good job.
4 into turn 2, out of turn 2, it gets sideways on him, and they've been doing that for a good portion of the night. He swings it around, puts the rear end into the wall a little bit. Lock it up, lock it up.
Pace car going in 3.
Good save of keeping it from hitting the wall hard. Now we're going to see pit stops, I think. There's the Eagle leading them down. Only 38 laps into this race. Is it too soon for a set of tires? If you plan to do it every 50 laps, that's 50. Yeah, I mean, you're not there yet, but you do have 4 sets, so you could take one here now and just make it a 4-stop race. It really depends on how the tire wear is. Maybe I'm over dramatic looking at it, but I mean, lap times were a bit off, just a bit. Eagle wins the race off pit road. Trevor second. Joseph up to third. Nolan fourth. Jesse fifth. Nate back to sixth. Nate loses 3 spots there. Todd Smith jumps up a couple to 8th. The Taylor Curtin still on pit road. Mark Owlett, Daniel Butler. Pace cars coming around right now. George Buck pitting this time by. The 18's off pit road. I don't think the 4's making it. He didn't have a lot of damage that I could see, but I know he already used his fast repair. Here he goes. Oh, pit road closed. I saw the light change right as soon as he went to leave. I don't know if that'll get him or not. We just saw the light change. I don't know. But he beat the pace car off from what it looks like, so.
Come on, pass me up here, guys. I got the oil.
Ivan has an EOL. He did a no-no somewhere. And lights are off on the pace car, so we are going to restart this time. You got the inside line is going to have Wes Polly. He's multiple laps down. 4 laps down. George Buck should be coming around too, unless he has a penalty. Might be having to stay on the outside line, but here we go. We're going to restart.
Green, green, green.
Green, green, green. The 13 and the 33 get off and running. Now, I got to remember, cold tires again. You got fresh rubber. It's going to feel great once the tires heat up, but you got to get through the first lap or so, 2 laps. Got to hang on to it. Can end a race here really quick on this restart. See the 13 and the 33. Good starts for both of them. And here comes Joseph Klein, 3rd place, passing Wes Polly, who's again laps down.
George, I'm sorry I lost the front end, but
They're good.
battled for first, second, third, heating up. Joseph Klein, great pit stop, gained positions on pit road, restarted third. And you see a battle here. Nolan Milton's up to fourth. He's going inside West Poly. Again, that's not for position, but you want to get by this lap car and catch up to the front three. Great corner for the 33. We see the 4 on the backstretch. Looks like he may have had an issue. Oh, looks like turn two. Oh no, Ivan has heavy damage to the front end of that car. What happened to Ivan? Ooh. I gotta go back and take a look at Ivan. What happened to Ivan's front clip? Oh, him and the 4 tangled. No, they didn't tangle. The 7 put it nose first in the wall. And then the 4 spun. Oh my goodness. Tough break for these drivers out here tonight. What about this battle for the lead? Kyle Heath, Trevor Benz, Joseph Klein. 3 fast Chevys up here up front. Caution is out. Caution is out. Let's go take a look. Looks like it's the 18 involved this time. Trying to put the power down. Looks like out of turn 2. That has been the troublesome corner. Does he get it saved?
Picking up out of 2.
Nope, nose first right into the wall. Oh. I'm surprised he kept it. It didn't tear his nose off. The motor's not blown, but he's definitely going to need some repairs. Alright, so let's recap where everybody's at right now. 4th caution, almost to a quarter mark of the race. We're on lap, about to complete lap 46. Oh, sorry, complete lap 47. Kyle Heath leads. He's led all 47 laps.
Sorry guys, that was my fault. I gassed it up too much on the corner exit and lost it.
You get damaged?
A lot. Should have took a patch there.
This caution brought to you by Tito's.
Treat that gas pedal like a dial-up speed on that car and you do better.
Sorry, I was thinking of DSL, not dial-up.
Yes, Ben, I agree. It is a tough combination. These cars are a handful with how much power they have on this flat track. And all these drivers coming out tonight giving it a shot. Props to them. Heck of an attaboy. And we've still got, you know, we've had some really good racing. It's just so hard. It's tempting to want to put the power down and drive off of the corner. And we've seen the fallout of that tonight. So, just looking back, did Daniel get his? He has not used his fast repair, so I don't know if he's planning on it. Because now we're coming to green. We're 1 to go. Lights are off on the pace car. Field is lined up. We've got more cars on pit road right now. The 12 is coming off pit road. 28. 84, not certain why he's on pit road. Still there too, so I don't know if he has some damage or something happened to Nolan. Alright, we're going to go to the blimp cam for this restart. Looks like the 84 has disappeared from a track map. That's another car out of the race. From what I can tell, waiting, yep, it did give me, oh, the 4 is out as well, and the 84. So yeah, we've had 3 retirements. Kyle Heath leads, Trevor Benz second, Joseph Klein third, Jesse Cottrell in fourth. Todd Smith, early troubles, and here he is up to fifth now. Edwin James up to sixth. Nate Brooker in seventh, right behind him. Great battles for these positions. These guys are giving it their all. The 12, the 18, and the 7 and the 28 kind of all together here, a little bit off pace. Damage to the front of the 18 there. Again, from hitting the wall from that caution from when he spun out of 2. He didn't tear the nose off the car, but it is damaged. The 7 running with a modified, no front bumper, no front clip. Sending it in there, him and the 28 side by side. The 28 goes for a dive down in on the inside. The 7 holds it up there on the outside.
Nice racing, George.
The compliments are flowing.
Yes, sir.
Love to see it. Back up front, Kyle Heath still leads. Trevor Benz second, Joseph Klein third, Jesse Cottrell in fourth, Todd Smith fifth, Edwin James sixth, Nate Brooker seventh, Mark Owlett running eights. How about that 80 car? Showing us how to get it done tonight. Great job for Mark so far as we're completed 53 laps. Past a quarter mark of the race now. I just saw that, Ben. Yes, oil and water. Yeah. I saw you delete it, though. I just saw it disappear. I saw it, though. All right, back up front. Trevor's not able to make any headway on getting by Kyle. Just running in second. Oh, Todd got super loose there. Let's go back and watch that here. Let's get in the cockpit right with, oh my, why am I sitting so high in this car? Oof, give me the gyro cam. That's better. Oof, that was a handful. Sideways. Good save by Todd, though. Oh, car behind him. Edwin gets loose out of 2. No, that was Wes Pauley. Edwin goes around him, the outside there. Again, with the retirements that we've had 3 retirements tonight. Andrew Groves in 16th, Taylor Curtin in 15th, Nolan Mills in 14th. 13 cars still in the race, 11 cars still on the lead lap. Wes Pauley in 12th is 4 laps down. George Buck in 13th is 5 laps down. Looks like Todd's starting to get a little bit closer back to Jesse again. See if he can keep it out underneath him out of 2 this time. Maybe make some gains for position here, as Todd has got the speed. Just some bad luck on that first lap. Put him a little bit behind the 8 ball. It looks like the 66 is a little bit better on entry, maybe driving a little bit deeper, and then they kind of a little bit even, but it looks like he gains a little bit on center. But then the 81 has had pretty good drive off on corner exit, so it's going to be tough to get in a position to pass, other for Todd on corner exit, just because of the drive off the 81 has. But if he dives it in there, maybe. But now they exit pretty similar there. He's definitely gotten closer to him. It's just about making the pass and not holding each of them up. You want to make the pass and do it in a manner that doesn't affect your lap. You don't want to lose time to the cars in front of you. You don't want to cause damage to each other's cars. So you want to have a good clean pass here, and he's trying to make that happen as they come out of 4 right to his rear bumper. Todd scrapes the wall right before entering into 1, and now they are side by side. Out and around the corner. Drag race down to turn 3. Using that bottom line to help rotate the car on entry. And he does clear him. So Todd Smith P4. 2.4 seconds off of the lead. Again, Kyle Heath, 62 laps complete. He has led them all so far tonight. Battle for second is getting tight as well. Looks like Trevor and Joseph are going to be battling it out here. The blue Chevys are at it. Bud Light and Lowe's, 2 big sponsors in the sport. Throwing haymakers here as we're coming down the front stretch. Ooh, Trevor might have scraped the wall there, and the 14's going to get by. Gets him cleared on entry into 1, but the 33 fights back on the outside. 14 gets it. Good racing. P2 for Joseph Klein. He's got a good ride tonight. Now this battle is, while they've been duking it out here, and the 33's taking a look back underneath the 14. The 66 is caught up. Woo! 66 gets loose out of 2 again. I don't know how many times you can do that before your rear tire is like, nah, I'm gonna head out. Right now looks like Ivan Deschamp's in the 7. He's about to go a lap down to Kyle Heath as Todd Smith takes a look to the inside.
Who, Tom?
7 down there on the apron, or not the apron, but staying close to the apron on the low end of the track. Lets the leader by. Next up's going to be Joseph Klein, and then again this battle for 3rd, Trevor Benz and Todd Smith duking it out. We're going to jump on board here. Tight racing there. Really good job by both drivers. Maneuver around the damaged car, the 7. Again, no front clip. He's basically driving a modified tonight. Oh, ooh, they get close. And the 33 got super loose. 66 had to let off. Looks like the 66 is going to clear the 33 for third place. Next in line is going to be the 81. Our point leader going to be trying to make up some spots here and gain some positions through the field here the rest of the races. And again, running fast. Good run for him so far tonight. Jesse's one that, from what we've seen in the races so far this season, likes to take it nice and easy and work his way into a really good position or a win at the end of the night. He's had some really good fast cars this season. Always one to watch out for. The 33 up into the wall. Something happened. It almost looked like he didn't have brakes going into turn one, and that car just never slowed up and never rotated. Trevor falling back a little bit, back to fifth. He's had a fast car so far tonight, just having a little bit of tough luck getting that drive off of the corner. And it's cost him a few spots here over the past handful of laps, but still a good run nonetheless, and he's got a bit of a gap until to Edwin James in sixth. They're about just under 3 seconds apart. Another car that had a much better start, and since he lost those spots on pit road, Nate Brooker hasn't been able to make up that ground at all here since the restart. Running in seventh.
I'll stay on the bottom, Carl.
Just checking it out here. Looks like Tim Felker came down pit road a couple laps ago with an issue. Got a black flag, maybe for entering, speeding, or something like that. I'm not certain. And then he is out of the race. So that puts us 4 cars out of the 16. 12 cars remain on the track. Attrition has taken its toll. We are on lap 74 of 200. 230's got good pace tonight. Just got to find it what he had earlier. I mean, he showed it earlier in the race. And just, I don't know what happened with that pit stop or if something changed with his car, but just got to find that speed a little bit. Just 10 seconds back of the lead currently. Battle for second. Looks like it's heating up. 66 and the 14. They navigate the lap car. George Buck, Todd Smith still going to stick it in there. No, he thought about it. He really did. Ooh. Gets the bumper to the back of the 14, but they keep it straight, keep it clean. Good communication over the radio. And then here comes the 81. Not too far behind this battle. Ooh, that 66 got close to the wall. Still up front, Kyle Heath leads by over 4 seconds now.
Say hi there. Stay low.
Looks like the 66 may have gotten into the wall a little bit out of turn 2. It's our closest battle on track right now for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
I'll hold the bottom, Trevor. Todd, where are you beating me? 1 and 2 or 3 and 4?
Ooh, he got it. He got it in there in turn 1. Great entry by Todd. Justice says, go ahead and have it, buddy. I'll let the 66 get P2 for now. Good rebound for Todd tonight. Again, tough break on lap 1 with the incident. And he has taken his time and driven through the field here, and now he's running P2. 4.5 seconds behind Kyle Heath. Pretty much up half straightaway, 3/4. Maybe not as much. It's hard. Kind of gauge it, but yeah, 3/4 maybe. See, looks like the 33 has had a visit from the 8. It's gotten by, move Edwin James up to 5th. Great drive for the Gingerbread Man tonight. And Trevor's working the high side on George Buck here. Again, still 6 for Trevor. Good run still, but definitely this set of tires, this run has just not treated him like the first run. And now the next car behind him for a position is going to be Nate Brooker. Daniel Butler is falling a lap down. Like he got passed by the leader just a little bit ago, and now he's under threat. And Todd Smith and Joseph Klein, Jesse Cottrell will be coming up on him here in a little bit. So the 18 not fixing that damage on that last caution. Really hurting him. Wes Polly is marked as jump to pit, so looks like he may have pulled it and parked it. Don't see him out of the race yet, but he is not on track. So that is going to give us 11 cars still on the track. 8 cars on the lead lap currently. Trevor Benz did get passed by the 230, and looks like the 28 is getting back by. George putting that bottom line move there, getting by. Looks like Trevor's tires are just giving up on him. Kyle leads by 5.7 seconds now over Todd Smith.
No. My bad, homie.
This battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, tightest thing we have on track right now. Woo, the 18, good save. Trevor Benz to pit lane. Said I've had enough of these tires. The front end doesn't look as clean as it did, but I don't have a note for an incident or anything, so maybe some hits to the wall just beating him up. He has a black flag too. Oh, slides through his box. Fast repair activated. 4 tires, and he's going to have a hold, it looks like. I'm guessing it's for pit entry. Tough break for the 33 car. He's having a good run tonight. Still decent. There's only so many cars on the track. A lot of points still up for grabs here, but we're definitely seeing the attrition as West Poly is out of the race now in 12th place. So leaves us 11 cars in the race. Trevor's just serving his penalty now. He'll come out in 10th place once that penalty is served. Kyle Heath leads. Just 10 laps away from halfway. This has been a race of attrition. I think that's the best way to put it, is that's really what it seems like here. Trevor's still on pit road. This is a really long penalty, so I'm not certain what's happening. He should be, it does say he's cleared it, but he has not left his stall. '81 and the 14 battling for 3rd place side by side out of turn 4. I think the 81 may get position here, but the 14 drives it down into turn 1. Great battling. Again, 2 totally different lines. These guys are really racing good and clean. It's fun to watch these battles because these cars are a handful. These guys are doing so much on the edge of spinning out, breaking loose. The car is a handful to drive. It's a challenging and can be the fun part of it. You can get really mad at the car when it doesn't go the way you want it to and it doesn't drive the way you want it to, but the challenge of trying to adapt to it and still be fast is fun. It's just, it is a handful. A track like this, as flat as it is, these cars just have so much raw power and not a lot of mechanical grip. You put that power down, it just wants to spin out. It's just these tires, this car just does not like to get into the track. It wants to pick itself up and get on the throttle. These guys are slinging these cars around the track. Right now, Kyle's lead is 7.5 seconds over Todd Smith. That 13 there, out for a Sunday drive, or should I say Friday drive. Oh no, something happened with the 8. Uh-oh. Oh no. Loose hard into the wall. And motor smoking, and he puts it around on the infield to keep it out of trouble, but he is on pit road. So Edwin James, difficult situation, pitting and most likely has a fast repair, so I assume we'll see him be coming back out here. There he is, back out on track. He's back out 2 laps down. He gets passed by Ivan there for position. That's going to put Edwin back to 9th, but he's just come up pit road, so he's going to have much fresher tires. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my goodness, no. Heck of a save. Cold tires, 8. Gotta remember cold tires. Hopefully he doesn't do it again here. Alright, we are about halfway here. He's going to cross the line here. Kyle's going to lead lap number 99, start 100. We are 1 lap from halfway. .4 second lead. Top 5 still on the lead lap. We only have 10 cars left in the track. We've had 6 cars retired tonight due to attrition, troubles, whatnot. A very small field tonight. We've been racing for about 58 minutes now since the lobby opened up, or we gridded up. So as we've completed halfway, 100 down, 100 to go. Kyle Heath has led them all. And now we wonder, how are pit stops going to work? Because again, fuel isn't probably the big issue. It's just tires. But now, with a 9-second lead, I don't think he has to feel any pressure to have to be the first one to pit. So I'm assuming we won't see Kyle Heath be the first one to go. That's my guess. Again, second, third, fourth, still staying pretty close together here with Todd, Jesse, and Joseph. Todd is pitting. Down and...
Nate, 18 pit. Nate, 18 pit.
Todd gets on pit road without getting a black flag or anything. So there's our first of our lead pack cars, I guess you want to call it. In the top 5 to hit pit road. 7's coming off there of his pit stop. Still no front end. Ivanson not using that fast repair yet. This car drives great being a modified. The hardest part, not clipping that line. Ooh, Todd got close. Don't want to cross that line on pit road exit. You got to stay on the apron all the way till the exit there. And it gets tight between the wall and the line on the apron, so kept it down there, no flags. So P6 currently for Todd. He's going to be a lap down. Fresher tires though, so that's going to change maybe a little bit of the thought for the guys he's racing. Maybe we see them take a dive down pit road. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look at lap times. I mean, when I'm looking at fastest lap to what they're currently running, I mean, we're literally just a second off pace. These cars have not fallen way off the deep end. Caution is out. The 18 had just been on pit road recently. I think this is down in 1 and 2. I think he had just used his fast repair because he had drove that whole run with the damaged front end.
That's got me at 1 and 2.
Oh, kept it off the wall though. Alright, so that's going to hurt Todd. He's going to have to take a wave around. I think we're going to have a host of cars take the wave around here. So I'm going to be busy.
I'm sorry, guys. Fresh tires, lost it, ran out of talent.
This second caution of the night brought to you by Tito's. Tito's bringing the cautions.
And we had fun though right there. I enjoyed running up there with everybody. Pretty good little run there.
Alright, so everybody comes down pit road that's still on the lead lap that hasn't pitted yet. Again, Kyle has led every lap. If he gets off pit road here ahead, he will stay up front, so we'll watch that as we watch to see these guys if everybody gets together right. I might be able to wave. Alright, so my assumption here is some of you guys that are a lap down or such are going to stay out and take the wave around. So I think we're coming to 1 to go this time. So I'm going to try the wave lapped and see if it works again for the button.
Correct.
Isn't lap car supposed to go down low? I've got the 80 in front of me, the lap car must be.
Alright, Buck, I'm telling me to
That didn't give me no wave around.
Not going. 1 to go.
Ivan, were you in front of the leader?
Who was on the bottom with the other cars?
No, those cars stayed out and didn't pit. They were in front of the leader when we took the 1 to go. That's how you get a wave around.
Not like I stood up. Sorry. I'd stay down here and be out of the way.
Hey Jason, isn't it, I just need confirmation, is it lap cars on the inside or they can be on the outside with us?
Lap cars will be on the outside with you if they have a penalty or have to serve, but the rest of the time lap cars should be on the inside as long as they have no penalties to serve.
Alright, cool, thank you.
Alright, we got that wave around figured out. We got everybody in line. And we are going to go back to racing here.
Green flag.
Kyle Heath still. He's led every lap. 110 down, 90 to go. Jesse in second now. Joseph third. Nate fourth. Todd in fifth. Those are your top 5. They're the only cars on the lead lap. Again, with what we have left, I mean, the last run was... I don't think I have a screen to tell me that right now, do I? Yeah, now that everybody's pitted, I don't have a current count of that, but Kyle Heath out here stretching that lead out over 1.5 seconds already. But a battle for second as Joseph Klein, Jesse Cottrell are battling it out here side by side. Looks like Joseph's going to clear Jesse out of 2. Put that 14 car back to second. 81 back to third, and then you have the 230. Here's where we were talking earlier in the race in the middle stretch. Nate had kind of lost some pace. Everything works out now. Stayed on the lead lap, stayed out of trouble, and now he is in fourth. Looks like our current top 5, they keep things straight and narrow and stay out of trouble for the last 85.5 laps of this race. Should have a good night. Looks like we had a couple of crashes that didn't cause a caution. So
That wasn't good.
take a look here. There we go, full speed. The 80 gets loose on entry. Off tracks. Saves it. Gets going. And then looks like here, exiting 2. Turn 2 claims another victim. Hard hit. Ugh.
Go ahead, George.
Tough break.
Thanks, Daniel.
Clear.
Tough break for the 80 there. So he's coming back out on track. Used his fast repair. That's going to put him 3 laps down now with Kyle going by. So it puts him on the same lap with Ivan. So 8th and 9th will have a battle here. I don't know exactly where Ivan is. Ivan, there he is, entering turn 3 now. So Mark has a bit of a gap, about 8.5, almost 9 seconds ahead of Ivan. This 14 car has shown some pretty good speed throughout the night. I think he's just got to adjust that long run speed just a bit, try to stay within reach of Kyle here for in case something happens. But Kyle is really just, he's laid down really consistent lap times throughout the night, so I don't know if anybody has anything, but the 14, the 81, the 230, and the 66 have all shown great bursts of speed tonight. I just don't know if any of them have anything for the 13. I think he might be in a class of his own, but it's still, we've got 80 laps to go, 81 to go currently. That, I mean, anything can still happen. Our attrition rate's about as far as you want to see it at a track like this. They only had 16 start. Now we've got 10 left in the race and only half of that on the lead lap. Evan James running 6th in the 8 car. He is 1 lap down. Currently the only car 1 lap down, so he's all by himself. Daniel Butler 2 laps down in 7th, again on a lap all by himself. And then you have Mark and Ivan both 3 laps down on the same lap together. And then George in the 28. He is currently in 10th, 7 laps down. And we've got a battle. The 230 is trying to get to the inside of the 81. Nate just there on the inside. They're almost directly side by side, door to door. Heavy braking. The 81 carries a little bit more momentum on corner entry. The 230 down there on the bottom, it's flatter, it's slicker. He gets loose out of the corner exit though and had to let off a little bit. So he concedes that battle for now, and now he's got the 66 right to his outside. Todd Smith. Crazy good racing by these guys. Oh, door to door. Woo! Now that is some racing. Nate Brooker holds on to 4th. just in, we have live footage of the in-car of the 66. Gonna get it pulled up here. There he is. Oh, trouble for the 66 and the 230 there.
I was just letting it roll right there. I don't know. I didn't drive it in there to you.
We're good, man.
Oh, just right into the left rear of the 230. They both save it though. Some really good racing that we were watching there. Just tough break. So that splits them up a little bit. Todd to fourth, Nate to fifth. Jesse's in third. 1.3 seconds behind Joseph. Joseph is over just about 2.9, almost 3 seconds now behind Kyle. back with you guys here. We are lap 138 of 200. Kyle Heath leads, Joseph Klein, Jesse Cottrell, Todd Smith, Nate Brooker. Top 5 all in the lead lap. Edwin James, Daniel Butler, Mark Owlett, Ivan Deschamps, and George Buck round out the top 10. And those are the cars left on track tonight. We've had 6 retirements. Trevor Benz in 11th, Wes Pauley 12th, Tim Falker 13th, Nolan Milnes 14th, Taylor Curtin 15th, and Andrew Groves 16th tonight. Battle for second is heating up. Working that outside line pretty good, trying to get that momentum on the 14. Right now this battle just keeps getting tighter and tighter. It looks like the 14 had a little bit of momentum there, and then now here comes the 81 just taking that outside line and really getting a great drive off the corner exit.
I'll stay on the bottom, Todd.
No, please. Go high, please.
Oh, Daniel Butler on pit lane. Could be for scheduled service. I don't
I was
see
just playing
anything
around
else
trying to see if anything would work.
5 in the pit lane. Still on pit lane. Not sure what happened there. Ivan's on pit lane as well. Ivan's using that fast repair. We ought to see a nose on that car for the first time. It's been a minute. You just gotta be careful to not wreck it with them cold tires. I feel like Daniels might have called it a night. I'm not certain. She's been on pit road for a good bit. Battle for second is cooled off as Joseph has gotten back just a bit ahead, about a half a second or so ahead of Jesse. So again, that battle cools off. Todd Smith 2 seconds back of Jesse right now. We'll have to watch that gap, see if that closes down at all. Lap time wise, it does look like the 66 is a bit faster. Edwin James to pit lane. And again, we are past 150 laps complete. We're at 49 to go. So a quarter of the race remains. Getting service, and there he goes. Yeah, looking at timing and scoring, I would say yeah, looks like Todd is getting closer there. Come from 2.5 back to 1.4, 1.5 currently. Lap times are pretty even that time by. Jump on board with old Todd Smith, Mr. Highside. He is using the apron. Just cutting that nose down and driving it in and really trying to do something with it. And he is seeing some time improvements, it looks like. It's not a lot, because you got to whoa the car up a good bit. lap he made up a tenth. Lap before he lost a half a tenth. So it's like, gotta really hit your marks and get your drive off. It's so hard to get back on the throttle from down there because the car can want to get loose really easily. I mean, he's about mowing the grass going into turn 3 there. He is trying everything he can to do something different here. And that time he lost 2 tenths. So it's not working out perfectly here. That time he gained 2 tenths. It's every other lap. He's gaining it, losing it, gaining it, losing it. Like, if he can get it consistent, he can make something happen from down there. I feel like that's a possibility. That time it's a half a tenth. Another 2 tenths there, 2.5 tenths. That was a really good lap by Todd. So you can see it's working. I feel like we're gonna have a battle for second, third, and fourth still brewing here. We have enough time. 39 laps, coming to 38 to go now. Still plenty of time. Joseph Klein to pit road. Okay, I didn't see that one. .55 laps since his last pit stop. .13 to pit road. Yes, the leader to pit road. The 81 is staying out on track. We're finally maybe going to get to see another leader lead a lap here. Kyle crossed the line before the 81 got by him, but the 81 did stay out, so pit stops are happening. .66 and the 13 getting service. 81 does stay out. .13 is up and gone. Here goes 66. Nate Brooker as well just got service. Give it up for the 81. Finally, it took 163 laps, but we finally got somebody else to lead a lap tonight. Kyle will not take the sweep, but just under green flag pit stops. That's how dominant that car's been tonight. Kyle's been on rails, no issues so far. And now he's got fresh tires and a decent gap over the 14 and the 66, and now he's just got to wait and see what the 81 does. Oh, no. Every time and something happens.
Wow. A caution?
No way, not during pit cycle.
Loose out of 2. That would have been on the track for 13 laps, so it wasn't just right after service, but it gets loose, and iRacing says that's enough, throw a caution, so. That's going to leave the 81 on the lead lap. 13. Looks like the 14 just got by the 81 to get his lap back before the caution came out, so that puts him on the lead lap. I mean, I assume Jesse's got to come to pit road, right? I mean, that's a given. That's going to line the 7, the 66, the 230. Joseph Klein's coming back down pit road. I think we're going to have 4 cars stay out here. Alright, I think it waved around too many cars there. So yeah, it was just the wave rounds in front of Kyle. Everybody else must stay in line. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, it's going to leader to go around.
Everybody else pitted, I stayed up.
No, Ivan, you, the 66, the 230, and the 18 were the wave around. So you did right this time and got the wave around, but it was telling more cars to take the wave around.
I'm going to stay low out of the way so y'all can pass me. I don't want to be in the way of the leaders.
Green flag.
I got a black maybe for Ivan. I don't.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm pretty certain that's for the wave around glitch. It's all good.
Yeah, me and Teddy on the lead lap, and I went green when we were going 3.
All right, back to racing. Sorry. Get things caught up, making sure I had everything right for the guys. So right now, Joseph Klein did that pit stop under that caution, and he's gotten by Jesse, taking second place with a little bit fresher tires than the Eagle by 5 laps. Maybe the 14 and 81 have something, but right now it just doesn't look like it because there's still a 2-second gap. So we're just waiting to see what happens here with 25 to go. Coming to 24 at the line. Yeah, 2.1 now. So yeah, it's just lap times I'm seeing about a 10th faster for Kyle than Joseph, and Joseph's about a 10th faster than Jesse. And then Todd's about 4/10 slower than Jesse. Nate Brooker, though, 5/10 faster than Todd, so we should see maybe a battle for 4th here. Nate can catch up to Todd here. Trying to stay closed in here to 14 to maybe battle it out for second tonight. And he's had a fast car all night. He was in the lead when that caution came out. He was one of the cars that hadn't hit pit road yet for that pit cycle. And then the 14 had, and then got to do it again because he had unlapped himself right before the caution came out, so he was able to pit again. And now you're seeing these cars stay pretty close together, equal tires. Buck to pit road. $18 laps to go.
Daniel, go hi, buddy.
Thanks, Evan.
Anytime. Yeah.
I still have a full lap to catch her, though.
I know.
Don't worry, I'm on my way.
Oh no, 14 blinks. Haven't noticed that tonight.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't say a thing. I don't know. Back to right.
Battle for second, just still under a second.
Seven's getting in.
Seven to pit road. Thirteen laps to go for the 13 car, who's led all but 5 laps tonight here at New Hampshire. Been a dominating performance by the Eagle tonight. These guys, all these drivers coming in here tonight, just a handful of cars to drive at this track, and the Eagle has put on a showcase on how to get the most out of that car and not get super loose. 12 to go, 3.4 second lead. Second place is starting to get a little bit closer. You can see Jesse's trying to get to him. Really good entry for the 81. Now can he get that drive off? 11 laps to go. Somebody there on the backstretch. Who was that? I haven't taken the road course. Not sure what happened there. Nine laps remain. The 14 and the 81 are our closest battle for position here. Jesse is trying his darndest to get to the 14. Joseph's starting to pull out just a little bit here. Push you. 6 laps remain. They're close together again. Great lap by Jesse. That time 3/10 faster than Joseph. Go. last lap, it was almost identical lap times. Looks like they're going to be staying pretty close here. Maybe Joseph pulls out just a little bit out of 4 there. I think I'd expect it to be a little bit faster. Yep. 600ths faster Joseph was that time. Jesse's going to try to cut that bottom. Oh, it's loose. It's loose. That might be it for his attempts to try to catch as they're going to come around this time. 3 to go, although the 81 is still in it. He's trying. All right, 2 to go this time by for the Eagle. He's coming out of turn 4 right now. Looks like Joseph is mostly in position here to hold on to second. Kyle Heath into turn 3. Out of turn 4, he's going to see the white flag this time by out of turn 4, and there it is, white flag in the air. And then back here behind him, they're still not done battling for second. We're going to catch both of these battles. We're going to watch Kyle cross the line for the win. Kyle Heath, 195 out of 200 laps led tonight for the win at New Hampshire. Battle for second, Joseph Klein over Jesse Cottrell by just that much. Really close. Todd Smith 4th. Nate Brooker 5th. That's going to be your top 5 tonight. And the 5 cars to finish on the lead lap. Edwin James comes home 6th. Mark Owlett 7th, Daniel Butler 8th, George Buck 9th, and Ivan Deschamps comes home with the top 10. Great race.
Thank you, Joseph.
What a finish. Whew. Well, we're going to have some interviews to do here in a little bit. We'll let Kyle burn it down. We'll get everybody together. We'll get that going. Be right back with you guys here in just a second. Alright, should be ready for some interviews here. Just waiting to see if Jesse's coming in tonight. What a heck of a race. That was crazy. Dominating. Kyle Heath, the Eagle, flexes muscle. Leads 195 out of 200 laps tonight. I don't see Jesse in the booth yet, so we're going to go and interview Joseph here. Let's get him pulled in here. Oh, as soon as I say something, there's Jesse. Okay. So we'll start with Jesse. We'll start with a third place finisher. Jesse, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy? Can you hear me, bud?
Can you hear me? You got me?
Yep, I got you. All right, Godfather. You brought her home P3 tonight. You had a fast car all night, but I don't know. I'm going to ask this anyways. Anything different? You could have had anything for that Eagle tonight because he was on rails.
Now, he was pretty quick on the long run there. Give it to him. He it was the class of the field tonight. Just try to get the best finish I could and good win, Kyle.
Yeah, you had a good race tonight and stayed out of trouble, and then there, obviously coming into the tonight's race with the points lead, try to have the best finish you can, and still come home and really had a really good battle. That was fun to watch throughout the race. You and Joseph had some good battles tonight, and looked like you had a little bit for him there at the end with a handful of laps to go, and just it got really close there, but it just wasn't enough. But it was still fun to watch. You guys really were doing some great racing in what looked to be a handful of a track with all the attrition we had tonight.
Yeah, we had a good battle there with me and Joseph, and just try to keep my nose clean. That was a tough track, not my favorite, but we'll take a P3 and move on to the next one, and let's try to win the championship.
Absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight. That was fun to watch, and I could tell that New Hampshire track is not one of my favorites either, but you can tell in these cars it just can be a handful to drive, really hard to get off the corner with throttle and all that. But still to come home with that third place, really great job tonight. Next week we head to Iowa. So that should be interesting with these cars. We're going to run 200 laps there as well. So what do you think about that track? Feel a little bit better about going to Iowa next week?
Oh yeah, 100% better. Yeah, I like Iowa. It'll be a great change of pace from New Hampshire to Iowa. So I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I'm ready to roll.
All right, man. Well, before we let go for the night, I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, give a shout out to my Strictly Stock Motorsports teammates, Gavin Hibbs Designs for my paint schemes, and all my good buddies over at Strictly Stock. I appreciate you, Jason, for putting on the broadcast every Friday night, and thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you, bud, and again, great run tonight, and we'll see you back on track next week at Iowa, okay?
Yes, sir. See you then.
All right, have a good night.
Later.
All right, so let's get Mr. Klein up here. Let's see, he gets second place tonight, so let me get that updated. Mr. Klein.
Yes, sir.
Joseph, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. First off, great looking rig. I love the Lowe's paint scheme. Great looking car. And then you had good speed, good pace all night, and you come home bring it home second place. Anything different there to maybe have something for the Eagle tonight, or was he just in a class of his own tonight?
Yeah, I needed a bottle of NOS under the driver's seat. I would have just rim roaded around 4 and made up 3 seconds in one lap. I mean, it wouldn't have passed post, but it would have been cool.
Right. Well, it was definitely two different classes tonight. You had the class of the Eagle, but then the class of the field, and you bring it home there in P2 class of the field. Really great race tonight. Slipping and sliding and the handling of these cars at this track, you can see a lot of attrition tonight. Just a lot of drivers having issues getting power down to these cars. But you were able to do some really tight, side by side racing, some really good battles. You and the 81 had a heck of a battle there. I mean, it seemed like it was fun for somebody that wants some challenge, wants to have, when the car's difficult, either you're excited about it or you're defeated about it. And it looked like it was pretty exciting for you guys tonight.
Combination of both, pretty much, between sector. Well, I'm calling it sector because I've done so much sports car stuff this week. Between the front half and the back half of the freaking racetrack, it's like green, 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 red, 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 green, red, green, red, green, red, 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 green, green. And I'm like, dude, where is he making all this freaking time up? Like, because every time that I would start to pull in, I'd pull in like half a second, and then it's gone. And I'm like, I don't know. So at the end there, yeah, I was like, Kyle solidified his spot. I'd like to solidify mine and just race Jesse. But when I was starting like 10 to go, I was like, he's getting bigger. He's getting bigger. Both of them are. And I don't know if I should just try and hold this one or go for Kyle.
Tough decisions, right? Try to push to catch Kyle, or try to hold off the onslaught from behind you, because Jesse's obviously a good wheel man. He's pretty quick, and he said in the interview it's not one of his favorite tracks, but still able to get around here pretty good. So heck of a job tonight, man. That was fun to watch. Like I said, awesome to see the Lowe's paint job too, and see you have a good run tonight and bring it home second. Next week we head to Iowa. We're going to run 200 laps there next Friday night. What are your thoughts about going to Iowa with this car?
New Iowa? Air quotes?
Yeah, new Iowa.
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people don't like flat tracks. I don't particularly like them, but I have them pretty well figured out. So I don't know. Iowa's not flat. I mean, it's pretty well banked. So I don't know. We'll see.
Fair enough. We'll see what happens.
Hope to run good there.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume, at least from what we've raced at that track and other cars, obviously I think this car is going to suit it pretty well. I feel like 1 and 2 is just going to be difficult with the bumps and how that exit out of 2 is. I feel like the car may get light on exit, and it may be a bit of a handful.
I did run an official when at the beginning of last season or the end of last season, or maybe beginning of this. Whenever they did the repave, I ran it in Gen 4. I mean, I got wrecked in like 30 laps, and I was pretty upset, but it wasn't that bumpy.
Okay.
It was pretty good and smooth. So.
Oh, good. Maybe it won't be as bad as I'm hopeful for a good race. I thought Iowa tested well, but again, that was before the update. So, everything we test when we make these seasons happens before a lot of the stuff happens that changes everything. So, like we found out a couple weeks ago at Talladega with the draft package and everything, how that changed and created a different style race than what we were hoping for. Hopefully, Iowa can provide a good race for us, and still be able to have a good time there. Before we let you go for the night, man, again, I want to give you the floor. Anybody want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
I don't know what happened to my teammates. They just, I don't know, but I'll give them a shout out anyway for at least hopping in for a little bit. And give a shout out to you for putting on the broadcast and everyone in FGR. Well, still a good group of guys, starting to dwindle down. I don't know if people are just getting busy or what, but I hope to see more full fields over the the next few months.
Absolutely, we do as well, and really appreciate you being a part of the FGR family and racing with us in all these series and putting on a good show. It's fun to race with you on track, and it was fun to watch you have a great result tonight here at New Hampshire with that second place finish, and we'll see you back on track tomorrow night at Darlington, I guess, in the Gen 6 cars, huh?
Yeah, good one. Right. Hey, you know what they say about second place? The first loser.
The first loser?
Go to bed.
Fair enough, Joseph. Well, again, great job tonight, brother. You have yourself a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night. It's Darlington, okay, buddy?
All right. I had fun. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Take care. All right, let's get the big dog here. Kyle Heese. Let's find him. There he is. Eagle, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right, man. 200 lap race, and you walk away with 195 laps of it led. I don't know what else to say because the only laps you didn't lead were under basically green flag pit stops, and the yellow came out and had to wait for Jesse to pit to get the lead back. But dominant car tonight. Led from pole. You won the pole by 2/10. You dominated most of the race by a tenth to 2/10. Tell us about your night, man.
What else to say about the night other than my wrist is hurting, my knees are hurting, butt's sore, and I only took an eagle break, and I couldn't wait for that race to end. But man, that last couple of hundred laps, because I already had to go before even halftime. I think it was like around lap 70 or 75, 80, somewhere around there. I gotta go pee, and like, laps are going by so slow. I couldn't wait for that to end. Actual Cup guys going 301 laps here. Couldn't imagine going another 100 laps. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a long one. That was basically a full 2 hours of racing. And really, again, you had the car to beat all night, and you got up front, stayed up front, and just showed good raw speed. You were able to keep your car straight. It doesn't look like you had any issues off corner exit. A lot of guys are having issues getting power down. Just a master class tonight in this car. Fit you so well. To where really just nobody had anything for you. Short run, long run, no matter what. Dominant performance, and congratulations on getting that win and shrinking that point gap between you and the 81, even if it's just by a little bit. But we're using Winston Cup points, so you get, that's a bigger chunk than what normally is for most of the stuff we race. So great job with that. We head next week. We go to Iowa for 200 laps at that track in this car. What do you think about that? Going to Iowa and these cars, think that's going to be a good race?
Yeah, I think so. I think it should be a good race after the update of the track. With basically the racing groove got repaved. I've been on a new track. I think I don't remember, but I think I have. But I don't remember which car it was. It might have been the Gen 4, but if it was so long ago I don't remember. And very seldom I do official races anymore, so it would be a blur. But it should be a good race. The way these cars are, it ain't so much the corner entries that are the problem for these cars. It's mainly the center off could be the problem, especially coming out of turn 2 maybe. The way the track's kind of got like a little hump there, and it kind of gets light.
Yep.
We'll see how these cars react.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that these cars coming over that hump might get a little light and might be a little squirrely right there, but it should be interesting. Like I said, when testing happened for the season, it was before the track update, so I really don't know what to expect. I haven't gone and done any more laps since, so should be interesting to see. And so that puts us 7 races in, 5 races to go in the season, and that points battle is ever closer. And again, congratulations on another win. Before we let you go, I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or a thanks to?
Yeah, big shout out to the whole league, everybody who came in each and every week. I know probably people's lives are busy or they just really don't care, but for the ones that actually show up each and every week, thank you. More cars, the merrier. Big shout out to you, Jason, for skipping out on these fun nights to broadcast it. I know you'd rather be out here than broadcasting sometimes, but yeah, I'm ready to get over here and go play me some Battlefield.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. It is definitely time for some Battlefield. So, again, congratulations. Great win tonight. Dominating showcase in this Gen 4 car here at New Hampshire. And I'll hopefully see you on track tomorrow night in the Gen 6 series at Darlington because I know you want to be there. And we'd like to have you there. I know it's your favorite track. So, hopefully I'll see you on track tomorrow night, man.
Yeah, hopefully you see me tomorrow night. We'll see. My daughter's first game got canceled. We'll see if the second game gets canceled. If not, I got a little backup plan. I talked to my brother-in-law Taylor to come over here and sign in and change my settings on my car to where I need them, just in case I'm able to make it, at least into the race. That way, my car will be set up and ready to go.
There you go. You got a backup plan. Good to go for the Eagle. Well, awesome. Well, I will catch up with you here in just a little bit, I'm sure. And
Heck yeah.
again, congratulations. Great win tonight.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you. All right, that's Kyle Heath. Big winner tonight in the Gen 4 Cup Series, round 7 here in New Hampshire. Just real quick, I'm going to click the wrong button. I know I'm terrible at this. Just going to pull up our results. See if they'll pop up. There we go. So again, Kyle Heath brings home the win. Joseph Klein holds off Jesse Cottrell for second. Jesse comes home third tonight. Great finish by those drivers. And again, Todd Smith, great drive. Issues on lap 1. Bad luck with the caution when it timed there at the end too. He got caught like every green flag pit stop he made. He got caught a lap down. Had to take a wave around tonight, and still comes home P4. Great job for him. Nate Brooker, great run for him. He had a fast ride all night. Edwin James comes home 6th. Mark Owlett 7th. Daniel Butler brings it home 8th. George Buck with a top 10 in 9th, and Ivan Deschamps rounds out the top 10. Great run by all those drivers. Trevor Benz is going to be credited with 11th. Wes Pauley 12th. Tim Felker 13th. Nolan Milnes 14th. Taylor Curtin 15th. And Andrew Gross brings it home P16. Tough nights for those drivers. A lot of that early retirement. So, again, shout out to everybody for coming out tonight. I know tough track, tough car, and these guys coming out and putting the event together. We really appreciate it. I know it didn't work out for everybody. But we do appreciate everybody's participation in the league night in, night out. And thank you to those watching at home. Chris, I agree. It's my goal in every race I'm in to beat Kyle. It is so hard. Kyle is the man. He really, in any car, any track that we go to, he is a force to be reckoned with. And congratulations to him on a heck of a run tonight. And again, thank you all for watching at home. We'll be back on air tomorrow night, Gen 6 Cup Series from Darlington. We'll go live probably about 8:30, 8:45 Eastern, and we'll get racing around just after 9 tomorrow night. So see you guys then. Have a great night, and then I'll see you back here next Friday night from Iowa with the Gen 4 Cup Series. Take care.